Oh, I just ate. The Corona Bandit is back. Got my beer. It's a Yingling American Brew, baby. American Brewer. The oldest brewery in America, Yingling. I like Yingling. It's a good lager. You need to get that if you're a beer drinker. I'm not really a beer drinker, but I do like to taste it every now and then. That's why I keep beer so long. Then when I have friends come over, they be like, man, your beer is outdated. Then I have to, they still drink it. But I have to go out and buy more. But anyway, topic for today. Got my quarantine mask on. I don't want to get the coronavirus on nobody. I'm in quarantine. Quarantine. That's the new word now. I got it on. Make sure I don't get nothing on my beautiful people out there, and I don't want nothing on me. We're going to talk about a subject today. The word violent or violence. It's going on a lot frequently. I mean, it's getting out of control. We having so many children getting caught up in these crossfires. So many kids, they can't even be children anymore. And us, as an adult, as adults, we're not doing a great job. We have too many emotions going on out here in the world today. And a lot of people are gonna get hurt, a lot of people are gonna die. But let's talk about violence for a minute. In a society, the best way to be is civil. Meaning, in a society, you have to have some type of conflict resolve. Meaning that if there is a conflict, you have to have a mediator. If you can't work it out with the person you have in conflict with, there need to be a hierarchy. Somebody that you go to in time of grievance. Now, back in the day, they had this thing called the elders, the older people. You know, even in gangs, back in my day, you had the big homie, the OG. You didn't do anything to somebody unless you got permission. There was a code. And the thing is today, especially in the black, well, I'm just going to talk about the black community. If there is one, I don't believe there's a black community anymore. I just believe there are neighborhoods because a community owns things. A community takes care of its own, their own resource. They take care of their own resources. They take care of their own problems. They take care of their own family. So I stopped believing in the black community a long time ago. We're not a community anymore. We're just a bunch of neighborhoods. And we're dying in these neighborhoods. And as a man of color, that's the new words today they like to call you, a man of color. I don't feel safe in these neighborhoods. It's a shame that I can't walk amongst people that look like me in a neighborhood that's majority of what I look like and feel the safest. I have been in all white neighborhoods, communities. I done been in all white place like restaurants and towns, rural areas. And I didn't feel threatened. I didn't feel like I was going to get hung. I didn't feel like somebody was going to rob me. I didn't feel like somebody was going to murder me. I'm talking about country towns where you see nothing but farmland, and I didn't feel like somebody was going to kill me. And then and in these neighborhoods, these urban areas, you actually feel like, man, I could die at any moment. And that's because there's no male leadership. I live in Atlanta. Atlanta's supposed to be chocolate city. This is the place where you, if you're black in Atlanta, this is supposed to be the place. If you're gonna do anything as being black, the opportunity should be here. If you want black progress, white people, Asian people, any other color spectrum, they're not trying to stop black people from doing anything. They're not. I mean, we gotta look at this thing like it is. We have become violent as a race. We're hostile. We don't know how to sit down and communicate and talk and work things out. It goes straight to this and straight to this. And because we're raised in hostile environments and chaos, we normally, if we're blessed to live long enough to understand that we did a whole bunch of dumb stuff, then we'll get it. But we have to be blessed enough to live long enough. We have to survive the crap to look back and say, you know what, I did some crap back then. That wasn't the way to do it. I could have lost my life doing that. I think about things right now I done 20 years ago, 25 years ago. I shouldn't be here. But now that I'm here, the last thing I'm going to do is tell a young person to not critically think about his decisions, to take time to breathe, take time to think, and know that your life means something. Don't listen to these organizations out here, these leftist organizations, Black Lives Matter, Antifa, and all that crap. Don't listen to them. You don't need those type of people. You already have a brain. You know you don't want to get shot. You know you don't want to get stabbed. You know you don't want to be robbed. I'm talking about the hardest, toughest gangster out there. You know you don't want things to happen to you. You don't want your mom killed. You don't want your baby sister killed. So you need to always make a way to make it safer. You can protect your people and let it be known that you're not going to let things happen to your people. But you don't have to lead with violence. You don't have to lead with it. You can always be ready to use it, and you can be prepared to defend yourself physically. Because sometimes it goes down. And like I said on my channel, I'm not the kind of guy that is just so articulate or just all the bells and whistles, and I'm going to come up here and talk like I'm a professor. No, I'm giving you the raw deal. Because I done been in those streets a long time. I done been out here a long time. I done been homeless. I done been without jobs. I done been locked up several times. I done been in the system. And I'm going to tell you, it was my fault. Because I let my emotions get involved with my thinking. You know, men, don't ever think from your heart. Because your heart is not a brain. Your heart is a muscle that pumps blood through your system. Always use your thinking cap. Use this. Because whether you die or kill, they're both the same. You take a life or your life is taken. That's the end of life. You have to have some type of conflict resolved. That little girl, that little 8-year-old girl on University Avenue down there, who got killed in that car, that there's no cause for things like this. I don't care what's going on. You don't shoot into a vehicle. That could be somebody's grandmother, grandfather, a disabled person in that car, a newborn, and in this case, an 8-year-old. You have to understand there are consequences for your actions, and when you commit murder and violence like this, black people, you take someone away from a whole entire family. You destroy that family forever. This is something that that's you have destroyed this family, and it's all because there is no manhood. It's all emotion. It's so much estrogen in these black neighborhoods. It's so much emotion. It's ridiculous. So the word violence or violent, being violent, those are the words for today. Stop being violent and that don't do you no good. It's a loss of life. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I'm your professor and act like and throw statistics and numbers at you, because I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of times when people throw statistics and numbers at your dumb selves, y'all act like, well, here we go with the numbers again. So I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna give you numbers. I'm telling you what's right and what's wrong. And what is wrong is to shoot in a car that you didn't even know if a kid was in the car. And now that 8-year-old little girl is dead and won't even have a chance to be a mother. She won't get a chance to do anything that an inspiring young lady get to do. Her life's done. So listen. Whoever did that, I hope they get caught. I tell you one better. I hope you turn yourself in and have great remorse. Because maybe you didn't mean to kill a kid, but you shot into a car, man. So I hope as a man, you do the right thing and turn yourself in and just say, hey, this happened and I didn't mean to do this, but I'm responsible. And take your punishment like a man. That's what a man do. A man take his punishment. They got this whole snitch thing because don't nobody want to be held accountable for anything. So don't you snitch on me. Meanwhile, innocents die. And y'all and Black Lives Matter sit back and think white people are thinking about them. White people don't think about you. So think about that for a minute. And I'll get back with you later. Quarantine Bandit out.